Evelyn to Philip, June 7, 1945. My dearest Phil, last night I took Adele down to Goeding's for a pair of shoes. I got home from work early, had dinner, dressed Adele, and left at 7:45. We arrived at Goeding's at 8:15, making good time on the C bus and the subway. Adele was as good as gold going down, but coming back we couldn't get a seat on the bus. Good old American courtesy, you know. And she became very, very cranky. If you don't mind, I'd like to buy a car after the war is over and drive it myself when you are not able to take me when I want to go. It burns me up. At any rate, I was lucky enough to get a pair of shoes. They had been out of stock on them for several weeks, and the shoes I needed had arrived that very day. The salesgirl called a special man to fit the shoes and note the prescription. The man stated that Dr. Lefko's prescriptions are followed to a T, as he, the doc, is very fussy, and they think very highly of him, saying that he's one of the best. Adele wears an 8D, and I was lucky enough to get white. Today I was absolutely delighted to receive your letters of June 2nd and 3rd. Can you imagine receiving mail only 4 days old from England? I'm glad you're in perfect health, and I'll take good care of those, quote, emotional disturbances, end quote, once given the opportunity. I'm equally glad that you will still get the furlough, for I realize what it means to you. Have a good time, sweet. By coincidence, you mentioned buying a car. There isn't a decent thing to be had nowadays, but you can be sure we'll get one when they are available and you are able to upkeep one. I feel better knowing that you are in perfect condition, and I feel certain that the heartburn can be taken care of by diet. June 8th, 1945. Hello, baby, here I am again. When I had settled down to write, in walked Ray, and I had dinner with her. By the time I bathed Adele, washed her hair, washed the clothes, cleaned her shoes, etc., etc., it was pretty late, so I spent the remainder of the evening knitting and talking to Ray. I made several calls. Snuff came in yesterday morning, and I spoke with him a while. He sounds good. They will be up next week sometime. I had tried to reach Frances on several occasions, but to no avail. Yesterday I finally reached her. It happened to be her first day home from the hospital. Mike and Frances now have 2 daughters, Norma and Martha. Mike was promoted to first sergeant and calls Frances from Panama each week, as he is permitted to put calls through. Frances gave birth on May 23rd. She was due May 7th and had hoped to gain 12 additional points for Mike, but no dice. She was 11 days too late. She asked me to come out to see her, and I shall do so in the near future. Also called Dr. Lefko to make an appointment for Friday, June 15th, at which time he will examine and fit her new shoes. Incidentally, including the $5 for the visit, Adele's new shoes will stand me $13 or more, for I am not sure of the charges for an additional correction. The doctor is taking away the heel correction. There was a 1/4-inch insert put in the heel because he does not think she needs it any longer, and the charge will be made to remove the correction. The Browns will be here for dinner Sunday with Sid, and Mom, Adele, and I are going there next Sunday for dinner. The Browns are going to have all their New York relatives for visitors next Sunday and want us to be there. Sid has the required amount of points for a discharge. He has over 90, but is considered essential and will not be discharged. The weather continues cool, although it warmed up quite a bit today. I'll have to go, lovey, on you now, for I'm just about writ out. Darling, there just aren't words to tell you just how much you mean to me and how anxious I am to see you soon. A hug and a kiss, baby mine, from your ever-loving Ev.